Hi guys, so it's interesting how Brexit has become such a disaster in such a short amount of time. Now, almost a year ago, the Daily Mail published this front page in their newspaper. It says here, this is on the 31st of January 2020. It says, at 11 p.m. our proud nation finally leaves the EU. Still a friend of Europe, but free and independent once more after 47 years. Now, on this momentous day, we salute a new dawn for Britain. Once again, on the 31st of January. For example, the Daily Mail also published this. It says, this was on, this is in 2016. It says, we're out after 43 years. UK freed from shackles of EU. PM in crisis as voters reject Project Fear. Leave surge sends pound to 31-year low. Okay, so this was on 2016. Once again, we have the king of Brexit here, and we also have this article, this front page from a few years later in 2020. So let's jump ahead a little bit, just 1 year, less than 1 year actually. And we have this. This is from the Daily Mail YouTube channel. Brexit chaos, empty stores in supermarkets as Northern Ireland suffers disruption. Remember, Brexiteers said there would be no disruption. Boris Johnson was saying how there would be frictionless trade between Great Britain and Northern Ireland. That's not the case. Remember, Brexiteers like Jacob Rees-Mogg said any sort of disruption suggested by Remainers was Project Fear, and it should be dismissed. It's just a lie. It's just an attempt to undermine Brexit. Theresa May even said that people need to believe more in Brexit. I think this is going to be the image of 2021, perhaps. An empty food shelf. This is Brexit. Now, imagine if somebody had a time machine and they took a photo of this and brought it back to even last year, Brexiteers would have called it Project Fear. Go back back to 2016, they would have called it propaganda, Remainer propaganda. This is the reality. Now, you didn't see empty shells written on the side of a bus. You didn't see how Brexiteers were going to promote the idea of how Northern Ireland would suffer the consequences of Brexit. These people have lied to the British public. Boris Johnson, Jacob Rees-Mogg, Nigel Farage. And they're going to continue to do it unless they're held to account. Your MP, whether they voted Remain or they voted Leave, you need to put pressure on them to put pressure on Boris Johnson. Boris Johnson is part of the problem, but the Brexit mentality is going to seep into other areas of society. It's going to poison more minds in other ways. And the Brexiteers, in a sense, have moved on from Brexit. They're starting to look for other targets. Brexiteers don't seem to be talking a lot about the chaos. They're ignoring Brexit in a sense. We don't hear anything about cheers or celebrations. It's all very low key at the moment because they realize that it's a disaster and they don't want to be associated with that disaster. James O'Brien talked about the footballism. I think they've actually left the stadium. The Brexiteers have left the stadium. They're not standing around to cheer on Brexit any longer. They know they've lost. They know that they have lost and that the country has lost. Scottish fishermen are not going to be able to export their fish until the 18th of January now. That wasn't something written on the side of a bus either. But the people who voted for this are going to suffer the consequences, and people who didn't vote for this are going to suffer the consequences, and are suffering the consequences. I should stop using the future tense and use the present tense, because that's the situation at the moment. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot. I want to say a big thank you to all of my patrons. You ensure that this channel continues to exist. I'm eternally grateful for all of your support. If you join Patreon, you will receive instant access to our Discord server, where we have both audio and video chats. You can chat with me and other patrons, where we discuss important and non-important issues. Becoming a patron per month costs about the same as a large coffee, so why not check it out?